All right. Hi, Debbie. How are you, honey? I hadn't been on in so long, other than to host bingo last week. Um, kind of got sick and I had a lot of other things going on as well. We had the gender reveal for the new grandbaby and little boy. We're so happy. Mom and I, we're getting four new little boys this year in our family. Hi, Tammy. Hey, Ann. How are you, honey? I haven't seen you in forever. But so I was sitting here and I was working on some jewelry. Isn't that pretty? What do y'all think of that one? For a necklace and then a little pair of earrings to go with it. Yeah. So, and I'm just using alcohol, not alcohol, UV resin, little bottles of UV resin. So this one is pretty much ready to be add a chain to it or something, and that one will be done. I'm debating on going around the edge in a gold paint pen. Hi, Edna. And there's Tammy as well. So, and Tammy, you want to come up and hang out? Or I was chatting with Tammy last night for a bit, rather late. So, I was going to make a mold housing today with y'all, but my silicone will not be in until tomorrow between 10 and 3, I think it said. Hang on, Tammy, I'll drop the link. Matter of fact, anyone who wants to come up and hang out, let me drop this. Let's see, how do I do this? I'm trying to think. Give me a minute. I think I got it. Let me go back to my StreamYard. I think that's what I got to do. Like I said, it's crazy. Yes. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, Lord. Y'all ever get confused like that when it's been a little while and you're like, wait a minute, what do I do now? Anyway, let me go here. Isn't that terrible? Okay, there's the link for anyone who wants to come up. You're more than welcome. Oh. So, what do y'all think? You're always confused. Should I do the gold around the edge or just kind of leave them? Now, this one, I will be honest, I don't know if y'all can tell, but the resin right on that edge pulled back a little bit. And that's just the way it's going to be. It doesn't affect the piece. It's still a pretty piece. So, but I like those. And now I've got another set I've started. Oh, there's Tammy. Hi, honey.
Hello. Long time no talk.
I know. A whole what? How many hours? I don't think it's
11?
even. Yeah, it hadn't even been 12 hours.
Oh.
Anyway, I've started another little earring and pendant set. Let me see if I can zoom y'all in just a little bit.
I will apologize. They are still doing all this construction outside my building. And right now they're doing a lot of jackhammering, so.
That's life, right?
Yeah, well, they did the majority of it while hubby and I were away for the week. But
These
there's a
are
lot of
not.
little holes they made because some spots need to be
The colors
concrete.
don't show up under the clear, but
So
they're.
they're just trying to touch up all the spots and get them
Oh yeah.
ready for filling in and stuff. So
So anyway, I've got to get little clear over that one too. Edna says, "Hi, Tammy love."
hello, hello, hello.
Now don't forget, I'm hosting bingo tonight, right? At 5? Friday? Today's Friday, right?
Yeah, today's Friday all day. Well,
Okay.
half a day now.
Well, I y'all would not believe the week I had. I needed to go to my I've got to go back to the oncologist and the cardiologist.
Okay.
And I'm getting ready to fix my appointments up and everything. And I realized my military ID had expired. So I'm like, oh, okay, we've got to go on post and redo my ID so I can go to the doctors. And Dennis is like, okay. He said, you got your state ID, right? I'm like, yeah, of course. Guess what? It
It expired as
expired
well.
over a year ago. I don't use my IDs, you guys. I don't go on post. Everything was fine when the big thing happened,
Right, because it's been over a year now.
Yeah. And I don't ever pull my ID out for anything. I don't go anywhere.
Right.
So I'm like, well, shoot. Okay, I had to get an appointment to go to DDS, which is Department Driver Services here in Augusta, where you go to get identifications, your driver's license, things
Okay,
like
so it's
that.
not like Service Ontario like we have here.
Right. Well, you don't. You go to the DMV to get your tags, your car
Okay.
license plates and stuff. That's a totally different place
Yeah.
here. Okay. And I'll look at it just a second. So I go out and they're like, well, you've got to go to the Social Security office and they'll give you a paper. And okay, so we go trekking over to the Social Security office and we wait there and wait there. And finally, my number comes up and I'm so happy. And I go back and she gives me the paperwork and back off to DDS we go. And we wait again. And finally we go back and she's like, honey, they didn't give you the bottom sheet to this. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, that's the one we need. I said, okay, can you write a note in there of exactly what you want? Because this is ridiculous.
Right.
So she puts everything back in the envelope in a note and back down to Social Security I go.
Now, is this all in the same building?
Nope.
Oh, it's even worse.
It's like 20 miles apart.
Oh my goodness.
One is on Mike Paget and the other one is clear down off of Davis Road or Walton Way Extension, whatever you want to call it. It's one turns into the other.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go there and I wait again. And luckily I get the same lady and I'm like, remember me? Here's what you sent in this envelope. She put what she needs back in the envelope. I need another paper. She opens it. She goes, okay, well, they should have been more, exact the first time. And I'm like, okay. So she gives me what I supposedly need. Back off to DDS we go. And guess what? I finally get it. It was good.
Oh, that's
but it cost me $35 for my state ID. I don't drive.
right.
And I have to wait on it and my Social Security card to come in, which came in last week. Because that was the week before. So last week. And I still have to get an appointment to go on post to get my military ID, right? So, honey makes me an appointment. It was for Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday this week.
Okay.
And years ago, well, not years ago, but even just a little over a year or two ago, if I needed to go to the commissary or to the doctor, mom would drive me and we'd get up to the gate to go on post. And as long as there was a person in the vehicle with a military or retired ID and the other people just had their state ID, you got on.
Okay.
Not now. We had to go clear around between Grovetown and Harlan to go to another building for me to get a pass
Oh,
to go on post with my husband of 33 years to go to the Deers building to get my ID redid.
oh
So
my lord.
I don't want to hear anyone complain about the voter ID thing because I'm going to tell you, I had to have, and I've got it all. I had to have my birth certificate. I had to have my divorce decree from my ex-husband of over 35 years ago.
What?
Uh-huh. I had to have my marriage license just to get my social security card and my state ID. So if I can come up, oh, not counting, I had to have 2 pieces of mail for the state ID with my address on it that were
Right.
current within the last month to prove that that was my address.
Holy
So
moly.
that's in the state of Georgia. So I don't want to hear anyone complain that they have to show an ID to vote. Because if I'm at my age, can have all of that, there is no excuse.
Right. Well, I know here in Ontario, I don't know about the rest of Canada, for us to vote, we obviously need photo ID. Well, okay. I have my Ontario health card, which has our photo on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about, like I said, the rest of the province. I know Ontario, it's a green card, our photos on it. So I've got that. And then, of course, they tell you when they send you out the voter's card what other pieces of ID to bring. Well, technically, our health cards are not a government issued form of photo ID for 2 reasons. One, it does not have our address on it. It used to, but they no longer do because people were stealing other people's health cards and using them as fraud. And two, our health card is free. We don't pay for it. We have to renew it every so often, but we do not pay for it. So the government does not get money from us from said card. So they don't
Right.
classify it as a government ID, photo ID. So I'm sitting there thinking, well, I'm not going to get my driver's license. I don't drive. I have road rage walking through a damn grocery store. So there's no way in heck you're going to get me on those public roads behind the wheel in any time of the day or night. Two, I don't fly anywhere. So I'm not doing the passport because they'll classify that as a government ID. And three, in Ontario, we have this other card. It's a purple card. It's more or less an age majority card is what it's called, or something along that line. But the problem with that is if you get that card, you can no longer, the rest of your life, get your driver's license. Why? I don't know. But all three of those IDs, they classify as government ID, photo ID, and you got to pay for it and renew it every 5-10 years. I'm like, why am I going to give our freaking government any more money than they take from my husband and my son now as it is? So when I go to vote, I take my health card, I take my birth certificate, I take the hydro bill because it's printable bill with our address and my name on it.
Yep.
And I take my actual library card. Because when I go to do, I take our copy of our lease as well. Even though we've been here like we've been here 14 years, I still take it just in case, even though my health or my hydro bill states the address and it's in my name. And then when I go to renew my health card, oh my goodness, I love when the pamphlet comes in reminding you it's time to renew your health card. Your birthday's coming up, blah, 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 blah. And then it tells you everything you got to bring in with you. And you gotta have one thing from column A, two from column B, and this and that, whatever. I take in my old health card. Obviously, if I've got my old health card, obviously I'm Canadian, or I wouldn't have had the past health card to begin with to renew with my photo on it. I again take in the hydro bill. I take in my birth certificate. I take my social insurance card, although they don't use it. I take in the lease and my library card. For some reason, our library card counts. Doesn't have our address or anything on it, or our picture. It just has our name on it and our signature. But it's
Hey,
like,
at least it counts.
yeah, I'll use it. It's the only thing I use it for. I don't go to the public library much, so it's like, but and I'm like, I'm not going to get these other IDs that I've got to renew every so many years to classify as a government photo ID that I got to pay for, and I'm never going to use. Like, I don't get carded if I go to the liquor store or the beer store or anything like that with the hubby, or if I go to the liquor store by myself. I look older than 19. Like, I'm 51. Like, come on, people. So I don't need the age majority card, because that was mainly what it was for ID for at the liquor store and the bars and stuff. And like I said, I don't ever plan to drive, so why am I going to pay for a license? And I don't ever plan to fly a day in my life. So why am I going to get a passport? To renew it every so many years. And it'd be a waste of paper or a waste of plastic, a waste of my time, a waste of their time, a waste of a tree to do the darn envelope, to freaking mail it to me in the first place. Forget it. Not happening.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a nuisance.
and the thing is, I have my expired IDs, both of them. They don't count.
Nope. Well, here's one for you.
It's like, you could obviously tell it's me.
Yeah, like, I haven't changed much in my looks in many, many, many years. Like, I run into, like, every once in a while I go home to where my mom is.
Honey.
I'll be downtown or something, and I'll run into an old schoolmate, and they'll recognize me in a heartbeat. I'll be standing there thinking, okay, I do know you. What's your name
Where do
again?
I know you from? Yeah.
Well, I know them from high school and elementary, but do you think the name would ever come to me? Oh, no. But they recognize me in a heartbeat.
Of course.
And it's like, okay, well, obviously I haven't changed in my looks in, like, ever. Oh, yeah,
Nope.
the ID thing. Oh, my God, what a joke.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's more loops than anything that you got to jump through.
For no reason.
Yeah.
You know?
I can understand upgrading the health card or your license or not for your photo, especially
Right.
especially for females. Most females every so often will say all of a sudden, "Oh, I'm going to change my hairstyle or the color or the length or the style of cut or whatever." So I understand having to get your photo renewed every so often because your looks do change due to your hair.
Right.
Men, not usually as much unless all of a sudden they're clean shaving or they shaved off their beard or the goatee or whatever. But it's like the rest of it's just all a nuisance. And I know at one point, I don't remember which one of our governments wanted to do it, but they want to make it where if you have a driver's license, you get a specialty driver's license, which then attaches your passport to your license, more or less. So if you're land crossing, you just got to show your driver's license. Okay. I don't think that lasted very long or never went actually through the pilot program. Didn't work out the way they thought it would.
Crazy, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And it's the worst thing when all the different governments and the levels and then this office and that office, no one communicates at all with each other. One hand to the other, the same person doesn't even know what they're doing. So it's like, come on.
They can't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing.
Exactly.
But, that's democracy. It's been that way forever.
Oh, I know. And it's like, oh my God. And people wonder why I don't want to deal with people in public. Because they're all idiots.
Well, it's like I tell my husband sometimes because, men do dumb things. I'm sorry, but my husband is a prime example why women live longer.
Oh yeah, you've told us some stories about your husband.
Yeah, and I tell him, all men are idiots and I married their king. So,
Same with men. Sometimes wonder why women only take 5 minutes to do something where they take an hour. My husband's the king of that. This is going back a couple years ago now. I was sitting there the one day, we were at the camper, and he's cutting the lawn. Now we've only got a 50 wide by 100 feet long property. Okay,
okay, not very big.
it's a nice little size property. Now
Right.
you're looking at it from the road. On the right hand side is our laneway. The center part of that part of the early stage of the property, we have a deck, some poplar trees, that's where our table
Hi,
is,
VJ.
and then to the left is where our trailer is. Then there's a little bit of grass at the end of all the deck and the trailer because the laneway goes back a fair ways. And then there's our fire pit. And on the left hand side, so behind our camper more or less, is our wood stockpile and stuff like that. Then there's two tall willow trees. And behind the one willow tree that's on the same side our camper is a camper my sister in law uses. Then at the end of the lane, on the laneway, there's a car hauler because my son bought a dune buggy type vehicle that he's never done anything with. And I bought the hauler afterwards and spent a great amount of money. And I wish he'd decide what he's going to do with it or try to sell it again and get his money back because he hasn't done anything with it at all, which kind of sucks. And then behind that's a trailer that my husband actually is admitting now he's going to get rid of because it's all falling apart. But his snowmobile that does not work is on it. And then behind that is another camper that used to be my sister-in-law's, and it's fallen apart. It just holds tools. Because behind that willow tree, he tried to build a shed that was bigger than the one that's at the front by our deck. And he got, the framing, flooring, whatever, and the concrete footholds were from the deck from off the family cottage originally. But he did the framing of the walls and kind of sort of put a roof on it, starting to the cross beams and stuff. And over time, she slanted big time. So all that wood's now he's got to take it all apart and re-A-frame it and all that stuff. So, it's a nice little property. So my husband will be out there mowing the lawn. He'll start originally by the end of our trailer and by our barbecue and our awning part for our camper is and our deck. Next thing you know, he's over by my sister-in-law's trailer. Then he's going around the fire pit. Then he's in the laneway. Then he's over by the wood pile. You not do it straight. And then one time, I swear in women's vows for their marriage must say, I will always tell my husband where a tool is, even if it's right in front of him, because he's going to keep asking. My husband's the same way when he's working on something. He'll start 10 projects in one weekend and not get a single one done and wondering why he's still working on them the next week. And he can't find a tool because he doesn't remember which projects he did the week before. And it's like, well, I don't know, hon. Maybe you did one project only till it was finished. Put those tools away. Then start another project of whatever it is you're working on for whatever reason.
My husband never puts tools away. Never.
Oh, I know. How many times has he come into your craft room and your stuff's gone missing?
Yep.
He does that to you all the time.
And he's admitted it to y'all that he did it. He's done it. Yeah.
Well, wasn't it something he was building for you or mom or whatever, and you couldn't find the instruction? It was in the dresser drawer in your guys' bedroom.
His dresser. It was to the generator.
Yep, that's what it was. I remember that. It's like
paperwork for the generator, and he had it, and he didn't know where he put it. Knife. It's the opposite for us. She's forever losing things like her head half the time. I have to be fairly organized due to the fact that my husband and my mother are both much older than I am.
Yeah.
I mean, my husband will be 73 this month on the 15th.
Well, he's got 22 years on me. Well, that's pretty much all the time my husband and I have been married.
I'm 62 this year. So, and then my mom will be 79, 78, 79 this year on September the 18th.
Oh, wow.
It's almost like I have to everything. But yeah, I have to. I do all the cooking. I mean, Mom and Larry live down at Mom's place, okay,
Right.
but I don't count on my nephew to cook a good meal. I mean, like today, he'll fix or something, like maybe chicken nuggets or something
Hmm.
frozen.
So then
But
you
when
just
it
pop in
comes,
for a little bit and it's done.
yeah,
But like,
but when it
do
comes
like
to
steak
cooking
and
meals,
potatoes and vegetables or dinner roll and yeah,
yeah,
no.
I do all that.
Yeah.
I'm that. I bake the cakes and I do all that kind of stuff. But I
I know
have
I'm still waiting for
to.
you to send me my pineapple upside down cake, but
You've
I know
seen
you'll.
several pictures, but you know, I have to stay somewhat organized in order to do what I do,
Well, it's
and
like
that's
my
you know,
mom at 40. Now this runs on my mom's side, both her parents' sides, so my grandmother and my grandfather's side, like both, like all this runs on both. But my mom at 40 was diagnosed with early on state dementia and
mhm.
Alzheimer's, and it has gotten progressively a little worse as life's gone on. Like
Oh
she's
well,
not
yeah,
like severe. It's more or less occasionally she'll be out. No, she's just done this recently and it scared the crap out of me. I guess she was out driving one day. The road she's driven for years, like ever kind of thing. She knows these roads inside and out. And I guess she wasn't thinking and she made a different turn or skipped her turn altogether. And all of a sudden she's sitting there thinking, "Okay, where the heck am I? I don't know where I am, blah, blah, blah," and she's kind of
yeah,
panicking. So, like, she found some guy who was out in the yard working, and she pulled over and was, brave enough to ask this guy, like, "Do you know how I can get to such and such road? I think I might have missed my turn or took a wrong turn." And he directed her and thankfully directed her correctly because I've been a biatch and sent them the wrong way.
well, we all know, Pam.
But so she did that more recently, and that kind of scared me. But with my mom, it's more or less she knows she's got to go to the grocery store for this, this, and this, and she knows this bill's got to be paid on this date, and she'll forget to do those things, or she'll
Um,
tell you a story and repeat it to you 10 times in a 5-minute phone conversation, and each time something in it changes.
I get it.
Yeah, and I know with me, literally, I think the day I turned 40, and my one cousin who's 8.5 months younger than me, both of us on our 40th birthday, all of a sudden start forgetting things. And I know with my husband and my kids, I repeat myself. And then
Well,
they'll like, "Yeah, you've already told us, Mom," or "Yes, honey, you told me that
hi,
yesterday."
Lisa.
It's like, okay,
How are you, Lisa?
Elisa.
Oh, let's see. Who's this? I understand that. Let's see. What did? Okay, Anne has I guess, a new channel. No, it's not a new channel. Okay, I'm gonna share the. Hang on, let me do this first. Here I'm lost again. Okay, forward. Lisa, there's the link if you want to come in. And let me go back to. Oh, okay. She done a couple of resin skulls. Oh,
Oh,
those look
nice.
Yeah, look at this skull, you guys. Can you see that?
Wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Now resin, when it such as like something that size, because it looks like it's a
There.
hefty little
Woo.
size.
There's that one.
Is resin like when it's like in a solid form like that? Is it like heavy or light? Because I know it was either from you or Stephanie, and I think I won them from. I'm not sure which one I won this from. This was way back, like a couple years ago.
It depends on how thick it's pulled.
Yeah, okay, because I won a pair of butterfly earrings from Bingo. This is going like way back, like I think even before I was doing videos. And I know they're light as light can be.
Okay, Lisa. Well, if you can, there's the link just in case. She got a new computer. Doesn't know if it'll connect yet, which I understand that.
Okay.
Oh, there she is. Hang on. Let me track down my mouse. Hi, honey.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, those are done. All I got to do a little finishing work on that stuff. Do you have sound, Lisa?
Do I have what?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. We didn't know if we could hear you yet or not.
I'm here. You may not want to hear me, but I'm here.
Well, why wouldn't we want to hear you?
I don't know. I'm coughing a lot. Can you see this?
Hang on, I'll put you up by yourself.
Oh.
It's easier. They get a better view. Let's see. There. There you go, honey.
It's kind of clunky.
What are those? The hair?
They're, you know.
The hair thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
The real pretty ones are already put in the box. Let's see. Got a craft show tomorrow.
Uh-huh. Good luck.
So we're introducing a couple of new things.
Nice. Trying to. I don't have to cook dinner tonight.
These I think are prettier. Oh, gotta pick it up together. You see those?
Oh, nice.
I BJ's.
They're resin, right?
No, that's polymer clay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
I don't know. I think the light is washing it out.
You know, it does, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
We dealt with the light washing things out.
There you go. That's much better.
Oh, that's pretty. I like the marbling.
Yes.
I do like the
I
marbling.
know what they look like. You can actually see them now.
Oh. I'm trying to get things done. All right, there.
So I did one beret.
Oh, nice. You do nice work, honey.
Wow.
I know, right?
Think people like that?
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think you'll sell quite a few.
Oh, yes.
Easily.
They're fun. But
the construction crew go on their lunch break. I don't know if you guys can hear the jackhammer or not.
Start out with just filigree, a metal filigree, and then you stick your clay all over it.
Nice.
And bake that.
Cool.
Hey, Edna, I'm great. Thank you. How are you? How's everybody?
Well, yeah.
I figured the way the economy is, people are more apt to buy something small like that they'll use.
Yeah.
Yeah, useful things sell always. Yep. Unless it's a resort area, where people are on vacation and planning on spending,
Right.
you know.
That is you? Or I guess I didn't hear you right.
What? What did you think you heard, Lisa?
That you live in a resort area?
No,
Oh,
I
so
live.
if
I live in Augusta, Georgia. Well, just outside.
Yeah, it's definitely not resort.
No, it's
Sorry.
not. Now I have a friend that lives down Savannah, and they go to Tybee quite a bit. So my granddaughter's getting married next month
Oh wow.
in Tybee Island at the beach. So yay! Is that it's going to be a busy rest of the year for me.
oh yeah.
And I don't know if any of y'all been paying attention, but YouTube has changed a few things or coming up. Uh, Not just 4,000 watched hours to be monetized. You will have to have starting February 1st.
4,000 instead of 3,000?
You're going up to get
8,000.
monetized 8,000 watched hours.
8,000. I'll never make it.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm glad I don't do it for the income.
Yep.
It's just
It
crazy.
that seems to me to be counterproductive.
Well, the thing I think what they're trying to do, I think there's a lot of AI now, and I think they're trying to weed out the AI. To be honest, is my thoughts. I could be wrong, but 8,000 watch hours. That's a lot of watch
A
hours.
lot of watch hours. I just
And
hit 3,000. I
the
mean, I'm right under 3,000 right now, I think.
yeah, little channels that don't get
Mhm.
the traffic will never get that. You know, big channels are going to have a hard time. Some of them, you know, to get that.
Because there's so many people doing the same thing,
Yep.
it makes it even harder.
So it's just the way it is, y'all.
Yep.
So if you happen to have a channel, once you get your limit, you're leaving. I have what I need to be monetized and have had for over a year, Tammy,
I think so now, yeah. Or darn close to it.
if not 2 years even.
Well, I know
Um,
I've been on now YouTube for over 2, like doing videos and stuff.
yeah. And
So
I turned the monetization, the commercials and stuff, I turned that off a long time ago. So because I'm not here to make money from people. And it's annoying when you're trying to do something and a commercial cut in. I hate that,
mhm.
you know. So I don't do the commercial things, y'all.
Yeah, I don't like commercials either.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. They don't pay enough to interfere with, what people are trying to see. We do it for fun. Exactly. Now, I'm not saying if somebody says, hey, I'd like to help you buy this or donate a little bit, my PayPal's in my post tab. People are welcome to leave a little tip or something. Doesn't
And
have to.
YouTube, they take on
They
every
take,
dollar, I think it's like what, 40 cents off of every dollar?
yep, they get 40% of
Yep.
whatever you gift somebody through YouTube. And they don't do anything.
So it's like, and it's like, I know it's been that amount for
And our top
years.
500 level was going to do membership. but it's failed. It's just got rid of it and kept the supporter. Exactly. I mean, yes, it's expensive to do some of the things we do and to buy our supplies, but I look at it this way. I'm going to do it anyway because it's something I enjoy doing. So,
Well, that's like, for example, guys, these socks I'm working on currently. Okay. I bought the yarn from Michael's.
mhm.
I bought it when I had 40% coupon. And again, when I had PayPal saved up. Had I bought them outright, both at the same time, like, because I bought two skeins, like 250 ball or 50-gram skeins, they would have cost me about $15, which is outrageous for a pair of socks. I know sock yarn is not worth it at all, nor is kitchen cotton nowadays. It's gone through the roof too.
Mhm.
And I love doing dishcloths, but for the amount of dishcloths you get from the one big kitchen cotton, the Burnett kitchen yarn, I'd have to sell my dishcloths for $3 a piece to make a quarter per profit per cloth. Who the heck's gonna buy one dishcloth for $3?
One dishcloth, you'd be surprised.
I know the one lady that's her and her boyfriend have the property next to us. She buys them, but because she's my regular, I only charge her $250 because she always buys up all my dishcloth. But if I was selling somebody I didn't know, I'd want to put them up $350. And unfortunately, where I live, nope. I'm doing it more like just get them out of my house than anything. So I'm not gonna make a profit off of it. I'm losing money. The only way I make money is on my big blankets, and they're more like if someone approaches me with an order before I've already got made. Like, I've got so many baby blankets and other blankets made that are adorable as all heck, and I'm only asking like $25 for my baby blankets. I can't sell them with crap.
See, I do beautiful crochet, and it cost me, because this is before I had a wholesale license. So paying retail for the yarn, it cost me about $10 a color. So if I did an intricate color, I'd spend easily $50 on yarn.
Yeah, that's just the yarn. Never mind your time, the skill level, if you had to learn a new technique to make it.
Right.
Because like right now, I'm learning how to do the mosaic blankets.
People will come and they'll touch it,
and
which means they're appreciating it, and they'll pick it up and wrap themselves in it.
And then put down and continue on their way.
Fold it up and put it back down. And I had one guy one time say, I could buy this at Walmart for $10. And I said, be my guest.
Yep, because in about a month it's going to fall apart from Walmart.
DJ says he has to pay income tax on it in both the U.S. and the Canada because he's in Canada.
Okay, what was that question again, Joe? Sorry.
He just says I have to pay income taxes on it in both U.S. and Canada. It's not worth it for him. I think he's talking about if he gets monetized, he has to pay income tax.
We do in Canada? I did not know that.
He says,
or is he referring to selling, like at a craft show?
So I don't know.
Because I know my husband and I talked about, like, here we can buy it like at the home hardware type stores and Lowe's and stuff. We can buy the little prefab sheds. I know Stephanie, I think, got one. She's got a shed. I think she got her husband one for his workshop, whatever. So I talked to the hubby about getting one for me up where the trailer is. And I can lock the door and everything and make sure, windows are covered when I'm not there so people aren't looking in, and keep my stuff in there. And then when I want to sell, all I got to do is just open up the door, instead of setting up the table and all that. Because I just sell at the end of my laneway. I don't do like craft shows or anything. And hubby's like, you do realize though, we did a shed that's classified as a business, and then you got to claim all that. Oh crap! Forget that idea then.
I agree.
I thought like, no, thank you. Like, I definitely would be making any money then for sure. And like, I've had people approach me and say, "Oh my goodness, you so undersell. You're so cheap." I'm like, okay, I actually want this price for this. Are you going to pay me that? And they're like, And they walk off, and it's like, told you.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I love that people say you don't charge enough for your work and then they don't buy anything.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I don't know.
You know-
I think Joe knows the story, but I don't think you do, Lisa, or anyone else that might be here. I think at the one point I only had about one Rubbermaid container worth of items I'd made that I didn't keep for myself. And the one day I was sitting here crocheting, and my husband's like, what are you gonna do with all this stuff? I'm like, well, I don't know if we have a wedding shower to go to, a birthday, a newborn baby in the family, Christmas gifts. I've got things already made.
Right.
Instead of having to go and, I will admit I buy the cheaper yarn, which is usually the Burnett yarn at Walmart, or get it if I can get it on a 40% discount from Michael's or whatever, because I don't use the 30% one. I'd use the 40 only. Or, if I win yarn from another make-along or whatever I participate in. And I'm like, I've already got it made and stuff like that. So, like, if we need a gift, guess what? We have stuff. And then we don't have to go out and shop, be around people that we really don't want to be around. And, like I said, I think once I told him, we could use it as gifts, he shut up about it. And I thought, okay, so right now, no swivel lie, guys, I have the plastic bag from a bed pillow sitting here on my couch, almost filled to the top. It's got the owl I made not too long ago, the rabbit, and a bunch of other stuff. And I think there is a few items in there I'm planning on keeping myself. I just threw it all in there for the time being. On my coffee table, I've got a grocery shopping plastic bag with those 12 donuts I just made earlier this year are all sitting there. Those will sell quickly. I know those will. I'm going to ask $5 per donut character I made. And I know I'll get $5 for those because those sell. They're great for little toddlers and such. Then in the corner of my dining room, I've got two of those big old brown end tables that got the doors on the front of them. They used to come in squares or octagons. We have the square ones stacked on top of each other in the corner of my dining room. Then there's a Home Depot box on top of that and two full garbage bags of all blankets. Then I've got obviously all the stuff I'm currently working on here to my left on the couch. And then at the camper, I don't have the normal little Rubbermaid containers. I got those super long ones that are black with the yellow lids. I have two of those full at the camper. No wonder the husband is asking me what I'm going to do with all this stuff.
I'm showing you step by step what I'm doing. That's the chopstick. I put a black mark to mark where to start the clay.
Cool.
And I've got different color canes that I've cut into teeny little pieces. I'm going to flatten that out now. And this will be a hippie psychedelic one. Then I just take the clay,
Hey, Norma.
cover that starting point, and mush it down.
Oh, cool.
And then I just stagger it up the rest of the stick.
That's pretty cool. Now, with the polymer clay, you got to bake it, correct? When you get it all.
Yeah, I've got to bake it an hour.
And you're not worried about the popsicle sticks
No.
The
burning
chops?
or anything? Or the
Chop-
chopsticks?
No, that's bamboo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you'd use those when you do kebabs. So
That, and you're only baking at what, 175?
$2.50.
Is it
50? Okay, yeah, so still low.
Yeah, it's you couldn't light a piece of paper in your oven on fire at that temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, I use my toaster oven when I do the polymer clay.
I bought a toaster oven just for this, and
Yep.
the chopsticks are too big.
Mm.
But for stuff like this, it'll be perfect.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Come on.
Live and learn.
All right. How many pair? 2, 3. All right. I got 4 pair there that I need to get put together. And these are done in just opal.
Oh, I can eat now.
Everybody run, there's a bomb. We're going to blow up. Oh, wait, no, we're not at my husband and my son's work.
There's a what?
Oh, you didn't hear, Joe? Oh, my goodness. This was before we went on holiday, so this is about 3 weeks ago now. My kid was home from work because my husband and my son work opposite shifts. Hold on, man. Just let me fix the needles here so I don't lose my stitches. Anyhow, my husband's a driver. He's been at the location for be 22 years this September. He started at DHL. He gets back the one day from doing his driving job for the day. He gets unloaded. He hands in the paperwork. All he's got left to do is put away his scanner, the keys. And I think that's pretty much all he's got to do. And then, does his finger thing to clock out. Well, the one young lady who's 2 years older than my baby, so she'd be 28 this year. Her mom was in our wedding party. We almost had her in our wedding party. At the time, she would have been 4, had my niece not been allowed to be in it. And she picks up this box, puts it on the belt for it to go through the x-ray machine. Okay. All of a sudden, the look of it startled her, so they stopped the machine instantly. So it did not continue through. It stayed in the machine, on the monitor, as to what looked like was inside said box. So they called over 3 supervisors. The first one's like, well, my time ended 2 minutes ago. I'm out of here. Oh, well, whatever. And left. I'm like, you SOB. That's what I was thinking when I heard this story. And then the other 2 supervisors stood there and looked at the screen for 40 bloody minutes. And then all of a sudden they finally decided, okay, we should call the cops. Because this does not look right. Now, this is the 4th time they've had a bomb scare at the location where my husband and son work. The other 3 times, my husband was not on shift at the time. So anyhow, of course, the young girl who put said box on the belt started panicking. And my husband was standing near her at the time. Like I said, we've known her since she was a toddler. And she's like, oh my God, I could have lost my fingers, blah, blah, blah. My husband turned and looked at her and goes, sweetie, you would have lost more than just your fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, but before that had happened, or just as it was happening, all of a sudden security's running through the building telling everyone get out. But they hadn't sounded the alarm yet. And actually, I guess it would have been before he was over at the belt and talked to her and stuff. And he's like, what the hell? I'm about to punch out. Like, don't need to yell at me to get out. And all of a sudden the alarms went off. That he had to walk by her department. That's when, she made the comment. And he kind of put his arm around her and kind of calmed her down and walked her out of the building. Okay, no problem. I guess they've had a bomb scare once before, and actually my husband was there, and they got to stay in the parking lot. Oh, no, they were made to leave the parking lot and go up the road. We have a warplane museum just at the end of the road. Is where they were told to go or leave for the day. Even though most of them were just starting their shift, my husband was the only one that was technically should have been off the clock. So he finally phones me and tells me, I'm going to be late for getting home from work. I'm like, well, obviously he should have been home a half an hour ago. What's going on? I figured he was on the road somewhere, truck maybe the work truck broke down, or maybe a major accident and he can't get off the highway because he already missed the last exit. Quite common things he deals with because he goes from Hamilton, Ontario to Windsor.
Right.
Okay, so it's a good 3-hour drive in a big 3-ton truck. He's like, no, we're waiting for bomb squad. I'm like, what? So he proceeded to tell me that the young one put the box on and how panicked she became and kind of described it. Meanwhile, our son had come out of the bedroom and he's showing me the picture that one of the staff took of said screen before they got issued or ushered out of the building. It literally looked like there was something with a bunch of wires sitting on a big block of plaster. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, but yet the upper management stood there for 40 minutes and looked at the screen. And it's like, he backed right away. So of course, then the cops are there. They're talking to upper management. They're talking to which is the young lady that put the box up on the thing, and all this, and because the box was in the machine, to send the robot in to retrieve it out of the machine, there had been also a human in the building as well to do so. So he was in the full bomb get-up outfit thingy. The one guiding the robot was outside the building. He was hooked up to a monitor. One of the supervisors or someone who knew how to run that machine was in the bomb truck thing. So they were talking back and forth, telling him what he's got to press, blah, blah, blah. So he's standing there looking at the machine as well, and the photo and the picture of the content of said box. And finally he's like, hey, what do I got to do? Do I got to send it through the rest of the machine, or does it back out? Like, oh no, you got to send it through the rest, and this is how you reboot the machine, and blah, 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 blah. So they rebooted it and sent another warehouse. Only got built a few years ago, and it was too small for specs to begin with. So, like, literally you have little paths you got to walk down, and you got to be very vigilant on everything because you're going to bump into boxes, belts, forklifts, you name it. The building's a mess. Has been since day one. So anyways, that was fine, whatever. So staff guided them how to run the machine, to send the box through. Once it got on the other side of the belt, they told them how to just quick shut down of the machine because they didn't want it left on. So that was no problem. Then the robot had to go pick up the thing, and they had to guide it so that, it was leading out of the building. The bomb guy was behind the robot, whatever. You think you'd want to be in front of him so that all of a sudden it's going to go off. He can run off. This way he could run away from it and still be in the building or whatever. So they got it outside. Now, meanwhile, so this is in Hamilton's Mount Hope location, which is part of Hamilton Airport. At another DHL facility at the same time, same day, there is another bomb scare, and it's only a few hours from here. So we have 2 bomb squads out, same time, both for bomb scares. So as they get the thing out, I guess then they pulled up the picture again and looked at it, realized our location was an underwater camera.
Oh my God.
My husband got 4 hours overtime for sitting at the end of the road for 4 hours doing nothing. Like, yeah, he could have easily handed his keys to one of the other coworkers who would have handed them in for him. And the next day when he went to work to say, I didn't punch out yesterday because of this, I was done at this time. He said, F it, I'm milking the company for all the overtime I can get. Now, the other location, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Same idea, something appeared on the screen. They kind of thought, ooh, this looks suspicious. They called the cops right away. They came in, saw pictures, then called bomb squad, a different bomb squad in right away. And that one, on the screen, it is a grenade.
Oh no.
The inside of the grenade, though, is empty. It's an empty shell. It's more or less, I don't remember where exactly it was going, like some kind of base or something. And they wanted it on display. So when we found out 2 details at the same time, similar area, like only a couple hours apart from each other driving, both having a bomb squad at like, both locations at the same time. Like we were starting to think we were being targeted, and it was not a fun experience. And like all I gotta say is that poor young lady Juliet. Oh, she was so petrified. And I
I
don't
don't blame her.
I don't blame her at all, especially when you're looking at the screen and you got this looks like a brick of freaking C4 clay. You got wires literally coming right to it, and there's multiple wires intertwining, and they're all swirly and all this. And then it looks like they're hooked up to like a little motherboard computer chip of some kind. And then there's this other, more or less a casing, which like, you got say a GoPro type of casing thing. But like, and then to come find out they have these cameras go through there all the freaking time. I thought, are you freaking joking me? And people wonder why I won't apply at this job. It's like, yeah, no, never happening. Like,
No,
my husband years ago he was at the computer when it was in our bedroom still, and all of a sudden I believe it's his left leg. I think it's his left leg. Could be his right, but I think it's his left. It went really, really numb on him, and he couldn't get the muscle to relax.
Oh, wow.
And he ended up having to phone 911 for an ambulance because he didn't know what was going on with his leg. I was at work babysitting my niece and nephew. So when I got home, my dog's here, no husband. And panic city, trying to figure out where he is. Finally, we did track him down. They went to a different hospital altogether that I thought they would have went to, but they were shipping him to the one I thought he should have been at if he was at a hospital. He ended up having blood clots real bad. And then the muscle up each side of his calf, they had to cut it open a little to release the tension on the muscle. Anyhow, the one while he was on crutches but was able to finally drive, but was not yet clear to go back to work. Yes, that had been his left leg. To use your right for driving an automatic. So yeah, it would have been his left leg. I went with him because I knew he was dealing with crutches. I knew he had to kind of go through the little tourney type thing that you get like at subway stations to walk through, but they actually let him go through the out scanner thingy instead. But I still went with them just, to be there to support my husband physically if I could. Because he had to go in and get some papers to get filled out for sick leave benefits and all that stuff. Well, while we're in there, we're talking to one of the upper managements for his location. And we're just sitting there, like he gave him the papers, and we're sitting there talking and hanging out for a bit. And finally he looks at me and he goes, Tammy, why don't you apply here? And I go, I know the BS that goes on here. You think I want that crap going on in my life?
Not a
Right to
chance.
his face. Well, when my husband got cleared to go back to work, someone on the floor, because at the time he wasn't a driver, someone on the floor said to him one day, he goes, you and the wife were here the other day? How'd that go? He goes, well, it went pretty good till he asked Tammy if she wanted to get a job here. Like, yeah, why not? She's a hoot to be around, like she's a chatterbox. She'd fit in here great. He goes, yeah, until she tells the lead or the head guy that she knows the BS that goes on here and she ain't freaking dealing with it. They're like she said that to his face. He's like, yes, she did. He comes home and tells me all the horror stories. Do you think I really want to deal with that? I don't know. This is before I hated people. But yeah, they had a bomb scare at work, and it was underwater camera. Oh my god! And they get, like I said, they get them all the time. So obviously, other ones have gone through the X-ray machines over the whatever length of time they've been sending these, never really paid attention, or Juliet was paying too much attention. Not sure.
Well, she's fairly new, so.
Juliet, no, she's been there for years. She's been there. Okay, let me think for a minute. Hubby's been there 22 years this year. Our son is coming up to 6 years this year, I believe it is. Like literally the day after my husband was in there 16 years and 1 day longer than our son from their hiring dates. But I think Juliet, I'm trying to think if she was there before Darren or after Darren.
I don't like
If not in around the same time. So like, no, she's been there a while.
Hmm.
But I don't know if she worked this department before because they revamp every so often. They keep making one revote what department they want on. So she could be new to the department itself.
Some, I think.
Right.
But yeah.
Are you
Well, I
gonna
was
get
gonna say, if she was new in that area, it might have been because she
Yeah,
was.
she's kind of new on that department
the
area, which I could easily see that being the thing. Or
Yeah.
again, people just prior not paying attention to stuff, or she thought otherwise. I
You
thought,
agree?
oh my goodness. I thought, yeah, what a way to, speaking of my kid. Hey, my son.
Hello, Ma.
You've been there at work longer or less than Juliet?
Less.
Okay, so Juliet's been there longer than my son, and he's almost 6 years there.
Okay.
I was just telling about the bomb school or the bomb scare.
Yeah.
So I've done while we've been visiting a set of chopsticks. And now I need to put the bling on the glitter. I turned off my spotlight, so I don't know if you could see that better or not.
Hang on, I'll put you up. Where'd my mouse go?
I ate your mouse. It was delicious.
Was it? It's
It
old.
was.
Okay. I don't see the glitter. Put something white behind it, maybe. I don't know.
I haven't put the glitter on yet. Just wanted to show you this.
Oh, it's pretty.
Nice.
The
Think
colors are
would've
good.
I think they would have looked better on a white chopstick. But the time to decide that was a few minutes ago.
Few
So-
minutes too late.
So what color can you see the colors?
It looks like kind of a light aqua and a rose.
And orange.
Okay, orange.
Okay.
Orange, purple, and green.
I think I would go with a gold glitter myself.
Yeah.
Just gold, maybe not the green.
No, I think I'd go the gold myself.
Yeah, especially if you're using the orange and stuff. They're warm colors.
Yeah. The green's only gonna affect more go with the green, where the gold, because gold and purple is a common, I know it's a royal color and some people don't agree with the royal family and whatever. But a lot of times you see the purple and the gold together as well, and gold and the green will go well together too. I don't know how well the green would go with the purple.
Green and purple
That's
go.
my gold.
They go together fine. It's just, I think it would pop more with the gold.
Yeah, that's what the vibe I'm getting as well.
Yeah, more of a
You do
contrast.
you, hun. Now, are you selling them as a set? Or
I'll sell them either way. I'll sell them for $8.50 each if you want.
okay, we'll do one with gold, one with green then.
Oh. Now, tomorrow, we're going to make a mold. I'll show you what we're going to make a mold of.
That's with the gold and the green.
I like the gold.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. What do y'all think? Norma, Edna, BJ? We got people out here. What do y'all think? Vanessa, if you're still here. The gold or the green? Let me go grab what we're going to make a mold out of.
Gold it is.
I picked this little jar thing up at the SPCA
Okay,
quite
yeah,
some time ago.
okay, put yourself big there, Miss Joe.
I am. Hang on. And let me unzoom.
I thought you were gonna mold that a couple weeks back.
No, I didn't get the mold.
Oh,
Anyway.
I know
gotta
I've
put
seen
that
this
out.
before.
Uh-huh. But this is what we're going to turn into a mold.
Now you've
No.
had that for a little bit of time now. I remember seeing that before.
I know it's been a while and I was going to make a mold. And then I didn't get it. Now I've got I'm using 0A silicone.
Okay.
So I just wish this is 3-dimensional down here, but there's no way to get that in the mold. It'll be flat.
Yeah.
So, but oh well,
Yeah, because you could get that on the inside. That'd be nice.
wouldn't it?
Oh, my hubby's bringing me something to eat.
Now,
I am
okay,
a wonderful
Joe.
husband.
Yeah.
Okay, say you make the mold of this dish. You pour the resin, and before it's cured, is there a way you can take that bottom half and kind of push it down on it?
No, because it's not inside. It's
No,
flat.
I know that, but okay. When you pour the mold, when you pour your mold, that will be up. The mold will be upside down, so technically that rippled part would be up, correct?
No, you pour this will be glued down just like it sits, and you
Okay,
fill
to
this.
make the mold, yes. But when you go to pour, once you get the mold made, and you go to pour the resin. Technically, your mold will be inverted then, correct?
It'll be too soft.
Oh, okay.
And
Because your
you'll-
mold will be that way when you go to, like, just flip it over again. No, flip it that way. So when you pour the resin in, it'll pour in from that side down in the
Right.
mold you make.
This will be flat.
Yeah, but you can't take that when the
No.
resin's almost about to cure and put that kind of stamp it into
No.
place.
No,
Oh, okay.
it'll be. You can misshape it.
Okay, what's an idea?
Don't want to misshape the mold.
Okay, then just don't listen to me.
I know.
I don't know
But,
what I'm talking about.
hey,
I've never
that's
done this.
going to be pretty though.
It is going to be pretty, yes.
Well, I have to make some business calls, so I'll catch you all later.
Okay,
Okay,
hun.
Lisa. Bye,
Yeah, but
honey.
the last 2 steps to the chopstick hair things is bake that at 250 for about 50 minutes to an hour. And then I cover it with a varnish, clear varnish.
Cool.
And that makes the colors just pop. So I should probably do a video, eh?
Yeah,
that would
you
be
need to do video.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
telling her she needs to do videos.
I'm trying to teach Joe how to do videos. That's why we were talking late last night.
Yes, because since they're changing things, I have more time down than I do live because so many other people are live. You know what I mean? That you don't want to go live on top of, if that makes sense.
It does.
You know, so I can still record and then pop them up when I'm busy,
Yeah.
is what I'm hoping. Oops.
All right, y'all. I'll be in the background listening.
All right.
Well, I
sweetie.
mean, you can't talk crap about her. Everybody behave.
Oh, talk all the crap you want. It's fine.
Woohoo! Open invitation, everybody. Join on in.
I was in someone else's live, guess a week ago now, and I said something slightly political, and one woman had a meltdown.
Oh, I can imagine.
Okay, I won't do that again. No one knows how to talk anymore. They just go at each other.
Pretty
You
much,
know,
unfortunately.
I have a lot of friends, and we all have we have political differences, but that doesn't keep us from being friends. We just agree to disagree and move on.
Well, I got told I was an evil person.
And I would, if it was me, I'd turn around and say, yes, I am, and I wear it proudly. Thanks for noticing.
Yep.
That if being a compassionate individual makes me evil, then I'll be evil.
Yep. Or I'd be like, oh, honey, you barely know me.
I'm not compassionate for stupidity.
Heck no.
That's one thing. I have no compassion for stupidity. Or for somebody who entitlement. I have no compassion.
And the worst thing is common sense no longer exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the ability to discuss things like people.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine high school kids nowadays having to do a debate class? So can you imagine how that would go?
Thank you, my love.
They don't.
My husband takes care of me.
Oh, lunch? Awesome. I knew my stomach was growling for a reason. It's like, yeah, no.
You should show him a picture of the cat.
I wish I could, but you can't move the camera.
Yeah.
Come on.
So
I know.
so
Can I move the camera?
Yeah, or you can pick it up for a second.
I'm going to try to show you all this cat.
Well, we're going on a ride, everybody. Hold on and grab your motion pills.
Close your eyes.
Or throw your hands up in the air and say, wee!
Can you see that position?
We can see something going on there.
Hang on.
He's all twisted.
Poor baby.
That's Maurice. Maurice.
What a baby.
If y'all get a chance, check out my daughter's channel, and she talks about her book that she just got published. Edna's been watching my daughter's channel for a long time, and the animals.
Charlie says, what the heck?
Sound like a.
It sounds like a sander, Charlie.
Okay, I was thinking.
Yep, it was a drill.
That's a drill, Charlie.
It almost sounds like those little kid kazoo things you used to blow into.
No, it was a drill.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to step out of the studio, so
Okay,
I'll still be here.
Come joining us.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay, let's see.
You're drilling the holes for the jump rings to go into? Or the edges?
No, I just had to get this one because the resin went over it.
Well, woman, aim straight, would you?
I know, right?
I gotta teach you everything?
Yep, somebody needs to.
Or as I say to the hubby, do you need me to hold your hand?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Yeah, I'd love to see you come down to Georgia.
I just told you I'll never get a passport, but I'll be there.
We could really say the devil went down to Georgia.
Heck yeah! Bought the t-shirt, I own some land, and I evicted the current devil all in one day.
Yeah,
And the worst thing is I was a fiery devil
went down to
red hair
Georgia.
to go with it.
All right, there's that pair. What do y'all think? Yeah.
Oh,
Cute,
cute,
right? Oh. Let's see. I need to do a pendant to match.
Okay, I got a question for you, Miss Joe.
What, baby?
Did you just mention a little bit ago one of your granddaughters are getting married soon?
Yep, next month.
Next month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell me when they already got it. I was gonna say you're gonna make her jewelry set for her wedding.
No, no,
No, no, no, no, no, no.
no,
Okay, I was just wondering.
no. I'm just.
I know when my husband and I got married, my mom had a. I don't think they were a real pearl necklace set, to be honest with you, because I know my dad couldn't afford it. But I wore it. That's a set my mom
Right.
wore, or my dad got my mom when they got married. And then when I graduated grade 8, I wore that same set. And when I got married, I got to wear that set as well.
I mean, she's got stuff that I've made. Believe me, they've all got.
Well, yeah.
I think she's going to be wearing the tiara
Oh,
that
nice.
that I got when I was. I can't remember if it was homecoming or God. I can't remember which one, but she's going to be wearing one of them.
Oh, that would be nice.
So, well, I gave them all away. I figured, shoot, they might as well play around with them, get some use out of them, or whatever.
Exactly. And back then, not saying you're old or anything,
Yeah, right.
but back then things were built to last.
Well, they were real crystals and stuff. You
Hmm.
know, they're not the fake plastic that they do nowadays.
Well, that's like I know when my mom and dad actually got married, it was just this justice of the peace type thing, whatever. Which, whatever. Like I was 12 when they got married, but
Wow.
my when my mom and dad first got pregnant, my mom was only 17, and my dad booked it and then rehooked up years later. Anyhow, when they went to the just town hall, justice of the peace, whatever, she just had like I don't remember what she wore as an outfit, but I know she had like one of those hair comb clips in her hair with
Mm-hmm.
some beads and flowers and stuff on it. And I knew she still had it even after my dad and
On
her
the 26th. Wow.
separated and got divorced.
Um,
So I always said to my mom, because I knew my mom was going to make my flowers and the boutonnieres and my niece's basket and my niece and my boys' outfits and stuff like that. She was going to make as much as possible. So I kind of looked at her with, this look in my eyes. 'Cause I already knew I was going to get to wear the jewelry set for my set for
mm-hmm.
my wedding. But I was giving her this eye the one day. She's like, "What are you thinking?" I'm like, "Well, I know you still have your comb that you wore in your hair when you and Dad got married." She's like, "Yeah, but it's looking a little rough." I'm like, "Oh, how rough?" So she went up and got it and brought it down and showed it to me. I'm like, and I was pointing out different pieces of it that I thought were still in decent shape. So she literally tore it down to the comb. She kept the pieces that I thought still looked decent. Then she got other stuff to add to it, and then rebuilt the whole floral part of the comb. Then underneath it, she added Velcro, and then she did a 2-layer veil. I never wanted my veil to go over my face, by the way. And I had my hair kind of like in a bow bun at the back, so the comb sat at the back part of my head. But for the wedding itself, I had the veil on and pictures, and then once we went and sat for dinner, after we had our first dance, I then had my mom unvelcro the veil piece, so I just had the comb piece in my hair, and I still have it to this day.
Aw.
Yep. Unfortunately, I had boys, but if either one of my sons ever get married,
Maybe
I
his
would
wife.
love, I would love to pass on my veil to their bride.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
it would be. And then I got to get over my niece one of these days because I kept her flowers. Like I said, she was only 6 when my husband and I got married. I knew what her mother and one of her older sisters were like, and I thought, there's no way in heck you're taking these flowers home. Like, yeah, they're fake. Basket's just a cheap wicker basket my mom probably picked up at the dollar store or whatever, but it's going to get wrecked on you. So I'm like,
Right.
Auntie will keep it. Then once you're on your own, you know, if you want it, you can have. I even have the pillows my mom made for my boys with the fake rings on them. So I gotta get a hold of my niece and see if she still wants those flowers or not. Because if not, I'll hold on to them. I'll keep them. And like I still have my bouquet and everything she made for me and my husband and boys' boutonnieres. Like I said, their pillows.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I kept all kinds of stuff like that. Unfortunately, I misplaced the wedding tape though. I can't find I can't find our wedding tape for the life of me. And I know I had the only copy, so it's like, dang it. Oh well, it's a go under.
well, as long as he didn't record football over it.
No, I think when hubby and I before we moved here, we got rid of a lot of our VHSs because they were just wrecked and no good. And I has a funny feeling because by the end of going through the video cassettes, we just picked them up and threw them all in bags. I think our wedding one was in amongst that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think so. And my grandfather gave us the only copy, so it is what it is. I've got the photos to prove we went through it. I've got the name, I've got the certificate, so. And back then I hated being on videos, so it's like, yeah, it's not like I was going to rewatch it anytime soon.
Mm. Yeah. As long as they didn't record football over it.
No, I think it got thrown in the trash instead. Unfortunately.
94 Super Bowl to be exact.
He didn't.
Oh, yeah.
No, had my husband recorded over, it would have probably been wrestling at the time.
Mm. Super Bowl. Like I said, my husband is a prime example of why women live longer.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't help either that most men do as much as they can to avoid going for checkup and doctor's appointments.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another reason why I think we live longer, because we have more checkups than they do.
Actually, my husband is a hypochondriac.
Oh.
And goes to the doctor if he stubs his toe. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I say, my husband's actually not bad, but that's because of the blood clots that he had years ago, and he's now on multiple different medications for anything and everything they could have pinned on him back then, kind of thing. And
me, I'm one of those. I have to really be sick to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like having a heart attack or finding a tumor.
Yeah, we suffered.
I don't doctor.
Even when I had COVID twice, I didn't bother going in. I just stayed home.
Yeah.
I knew what I had.
I don't doctor. There's, you know, it's never good news. They always find something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And their medication for everything. And
yeah,
it's like, really, just move on.
And
we're all gonna die of something.
It's already set in our DNA when we're dying, unless we do something really stupid. In my opinion, our death date's already set the day the moment we're born.
Yep, you start.
And us as mothers are used to going to the doctors constantly for checkups and this and that, and while we're pregnant, so it's like, yeah.
Well, I went when I was pregnant, but that wasn't just, you know.
But just for whatever, no.
Yeah.
Like I got letters last year. I'm due for a mammogram and a colonoscopy, and because I do have a small.
I got news for you. That is an exit, not an entrance, and I will never have one of those.
And then years ago, they found a small little lump. They don't think it's anything serious. Little lump on my left ovary. So every once in a while, I had to go for an internal and external X-rays just to monitor it. I haven't had any. Last time I was to the doctors was probably about 2 years before the pandemic hit us. So
Let me look, because Edna's grandson is getting married next month on the 26th. And
Oh wow.
Hazy and them are getting married. Is it the 27th?
Or that'd be funny.
I think it's the 27th. No, it might be the 19th. I think it's the 19th.
Okay, the week before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got to get a hold of her and find out exact, because I'll forget if I don't have it in my phone with an alarm.
Yep.
Y'all, I have made a lot of little things sitting here. I have. Let's see, we've got this pendant and these earrings. Isn't that pretty?
You've just been a busybody.
And then I've got 4 sets down here of little earrings that are opal looking. And then I've got this little set. This is my favorite set. Isn't that pretty?
I do like that. That is very pretty.
And then I did this little set. And all they need is the cord for the pendant and the whatever for the earrings. And then these little earrings and this pendant.
You have been busy.
Yeah. And then I got to host bingo today at 5 p.m. Eastern, y'all. And you better come in and play.
Well, dang it, my arm hurts. Ow, did you twist it that hard?
Your arm hurt. I had to twist it. You were being bad.
Me, never.
Right.
We all know I's the good one in the group.
Listening while doing dishes. I'm just going to sit up and chit chat for a little while. We have been on, what, an hour and a half?
Oh, wow.
Didn't I come on like 11:30?
I thought it was more closer to 12.
Or that was 11:30. I can't remember. I think it was 11:30.
Okay, I don't think I noticed it till after that then, because hubby leaves at 11:30 to go to work, and he was already gone.
Yeah, and then you came in.
Yeah.
Because I had to send you the link. So.
Yeah, I
Yep,
guess it's been that long. Wow.
I know, right? That's a good long time for me.
Well, they say time flies when you're having fun.
Let's see, I'm going to zoom out. Try to anyway. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I want to get the mold made tomorrow. I had the choice. I could have had it delivered today between, what was it, like 11 at night till 3 or 4 in the morning.
What?
Hang on. What the hell is that? There's a dog out there. And it's not Jackson, so I'm not stressing. Jack's in bed. Tammy got to see Jack in his bed last night.
I
Under his little
did.
blankie.
I did. Snoring away.
Yep, he was
Tried
snoring.
talking to him. He didn't even acknowledge me.
Nope.
Oh, what a snob.
But he was all snuggled under his blankie. Had his pillow. That was funny. Ugh. But yeah, I think I've been on an hour and a half.
Wow.
I know. Doesn't seem possible, but
Well, no, because I've only sewn in the ends on the hat and the scarf I made, so that was 4 quick ends, and I've done, I think, 3 rounds of my socks, if that. Yeah, it looks like 3. I'm almost done 4 rounds. I haven't done much.
Lisa says hi, Tammy.
Hi, Lisa. I'd ask her if she's behaving, but we know better.
Yeah, never.
I learned all my bad habits from Lisa. Just in case none of you knew this.
Hey, better you than me.
Lisa's gonna be sitting there thinking, I did what now?
As long as I'm not getting blamed for it, I don't care where you get your bad habits. Oh, y'all want to see the box I'm going to make a mold to? Another one, a different one. And it's got 2 Corinthians. I know I pronounced that wrong. 5:17 written here on it.
Yeah, I remember when you got. Is that the one
Yep.
you did? You had to figure out where things were on it. I know you
Yeah.
were wrong. I never did see the outcome of that one. How'd that one turn out?
No, I haven't done this one.
Oh, you haven't done that one?
Mm.
There was another cross one you did that was not the rose one. It was a different one.
Yeah, I got to make the mold to that one. Yay.
You're going to have molds coming out of your wazoo.
Well, you got to have molds to pour resin, right?
True, I guess. I wouldn't know. I've never done it.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. You can do a free form. That's fun.
Yeah.
But
you got to someday do a live or a video once we teach you how to do that. Of you using all your little bits and bobs and show us exactly how you use those, because I know you do that too. I don't think you've ever shown us you doing that.
Maybe. I don't
with
know.
all the excess poured resin and all that.
All you do with all that is when you pour something and you don't have enough resin mixed,
you
just drop it in and it'll take up the room. Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's all that does. That's
and you can mix like different types of resin. So like if one of the bits and bobs are UV or
no.
Oh no, so it's all gonna be the same.
Yep, you can't. Do not think that you can add UV resin to epoxy resin. It doesn't cure together properly. It'll come apart.
Oh. Okay, now if you use different paints and stuff like that, will that make a difference too or no?
You can use, if you're doing anything with UV resin, it has to be translucent.
Okay.
Because the light has to be able to go through.
Yeah. But I know there's times where you'll take your paintbrush with your micro powders. Where we're not allowed to breathe, everybody, because it's going to blow everywhere.
And it does. It goes.
I know you do that, and then you've got your different paints and gels and whatever else that you add to your resins.
Yeah, you have mica powders. You have the what are they? The paste. Yeah, but you can also finish a piece and then paint it with. Oh shoot!
Like those gel marker pen thingies. I know you do that too.
Acrylic.
Are the acrylic ones, yeah?
Yeah.
But if the pieces are all the same resin but different pigments in them, you can mix those together as long as the resin's the same.
Yeah, as long as it's
okay. So you obviously have 2 different containers so which resin goes into which container of
Now you can mix different brands of resin as long as you don't. You have to watch that you have an A and a B, a hardener and a resin, right?
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you have your resin with your resin and your hardener with your hardener. You don't want to put too much hardener or too much resin. You still have to measure it out and everything.
Yeah, because some resins you have to have like 2 parts A to 1 part B, where some is 1 part A to 1 part B.
Yeah, most of your 2 to 1 are
2 to 1. Okay.
They're a deep pour resin, not a.
Oh, okay. And then you have your 1 to 1 resin as well.
Right, which are regular,
Okay, and I know you also have resin that's like a quick cure resin or whatever.
Yeah, they cure in just Those usually are polyurethane resins.
Okay.
They're a different kind of resin, and they turn either black or white within just a few minutes, and they're cured.
Oh wow.
So, I wish they would come out with a clear polyurethane resin.
That would be nice.
And Dennis wants to know, what are you making, Tammy?
I am knitting a pair of green striped socks. If you want to put me up on full,
Yep.
I can
Hang
show.
on, hang on.
Now the one sock, the stripe is definitely easier to see in the one section better than the other section because it's really dark. I will do my best to show you guys the socks. I do 2 at a time, toe up. That's how I always do my socks.
Is that the toes?
That's the toes. And
See, I knew it.
and I'm already starting to do the foot section. But like it is a striping yarn.
Okay.
Now this is my second attempt on these. I didn't realize how short the stripes were really on it when I did the first attempt. Because I was trying to do a 2x2 rib on the top of the foot. And then once I got past the heel, I was going to do a 2x2 rib all the way around until I got very low on the yarn and then bound off. Because it's a short striping, like sometimes it's only one row worth before you're changing color again.
Debbie says very nice.
Oh, thank you. And because of the short stripes, the purl stitches look like, crap would be a nice way to put it, I guess. So I ripped them out and thought, okay, I'm going to restart them. And I'm just doing straight knitting. Now, the last pair of socks I made, I don't think they're sitting here. Okay, I know they're not. They were another striping socks I made. They're the previous socks to these ones. I know I've got videos up with them. And they're a longer stripe before the colors change. I want to get more of that yarn to do the 2x2 rib with it because I think it will look better. And it will give the socks a little bit of texture. And then I don't worry about how big the cuff is on them. Yeah, I'm just knitting up some socks.
Cool. See, I can't knit. I know how to knit. I forget how to cast off, but I remember how to cast on.
Yeah.
But I don't know, and other than knit and purl, that's all. That's pretty much all I know.
I know knit, purl, increase, decrease, yarn overs. That's pretty much my extent. But now
my
the
mom
very first thing I ever made knitting, I was 12 years old. We had winter electives. I was going to say Olympics, but yeah, we're not that good at 12. I'm still not that good. I'm bad. Anyways, we had electives. I don't do the outdoor sporty stuff. I don't do the cold sporty stuff. I don't do sporty stuff, period. So it's like trying to always find an elective that's indoors that, yeah, okay, I want to do that. So when I was 12, I think my mom and dad were together by this point. I think I was 12. That year, they offered us a spinning class. It was over 6 weeks period, I think it was over 6 weeks was our electives. So we got to, now I know there's a name for it. If there's any yarnies out here, shoot me now because I don't remember the name of them. But they look like these big squares with a whole bunch of little spikes, but they're not straight. They're kind of curved. And you put your fiber on it, and then you kind of brush it, like this motion. I remember that much. Now, you remember, this is like 39 years ago I did this. So we got to do that with our fiber, and then we got to spin it on the big, huge spinning wheels, and, with the foot pedal and all that. So we got to do that. Then we got to dye our yarn. Now, I don't know, life of me, why I dyed my yarn red. Red has never been my color. I'm surprised I didn't go blue or purple. Pink was never my color either. I've always been a purple girl myself. But I also like blues. I like the teals and the aquas and that kind of the cooler colors. As in the temperature, not as I'm cool kind of thing.
Right.
But I went red anyways. Why, I don't remember. And then I learned how to knit one at a time. And I have the pattern still, by the way, the exact same pattern I used then, to
Aw.
make mittens on double pointed needles.
Oh,
And that was
wow.
the first thing I ever knit in my life. Well, now that I know this magic loop method, where you can do 2 at a time on one circular needle, I could do both mittens at once now. And like, I love this method for socks, for sleeves on a sweater, even for a hat. Like if you don't have DPNs, you can do a hat on circular magic loop. Because you gotta kind of, even when you do the crown and you're decreasing it and it gets smaller, just means you have less stitches. As I stitch marker here, I'll give this as an example, considering I just ended a round. Stitch marker sock is sock A. So when I start this front half, I know I go A1, then B1, and then I will go to the back, and it'll be B2, A2. And that's how I keep track until I get the heel in as to which sock is sock A. So if the heels are in, then it's easy to tell what's the front and what's the back. Obviously, because the heel will only be on the back. But yeah, I like doing this method. But yeah, I learned to knit when I was young. And then in my 30s, late 30s? Yeah, I'm going to guess probably late 30s. A co-worker of my husband's, who him and his wife I became friends of, they were expecting their first child. And she tried to teach herself how to crochet the ripple Afghan type blanket. And at the time, I kind of crocheted a blanket. I just made up what I was doing and kept repeating it all the way through. And I know now what I was doing then was not a real stitch. I don't think. But it looks like almost like a...
Was it a make it up as you go type thing?
Yeah, I did the same thing all the way through, though. It was more or less like an extended double crochet. So I added like an extra chain in at the beginning and then did the double crochet, I think. But I don't think I was inserting the hook in the right spot either for the next one. I don't remember now what it was I did. I still have that blanket somewhere here. I think it's in the bedroom. But my friend wanted to do the ripple blanket. She could do the peaks, but she couldn't get the valleys to work. So I'm like, let me take it home, see if I can figure it out. So I took it home with me, and I've always loved the ripple Afghans crochet, and I didn't realize at the time you could do knitting. I do know how to do knitted ripple type blankets and stuff now. But I brought it home, looked at the pattern, because I don't understand a single term of crocheting at the time. I thought, this ain't gonna work. So I got on YouTube. I typed in, I think, ripple Afghan. And for anyone who's with me or in the room right now and watches crochet channels or know of the crochet world, you'll know Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. He's the first YouTuber I really followed on YouTube. And he had a baby rippled Afghan. And I don't want to say he dumbs down the terms, but he uses normal language. Like, he'll tell you what it says in the pattern, and then he'll reword it so it makes more sense because of the way he's wording things.
Right.
And I think I followed his video for like 5 minutes, and he was doing a baby size, so I went by the count he did. I think by the time he did the second repeat row, I shut him off and I did the whole blanket. And I've been crocheting ever since.
See?
And that's got to be a good 15... Oh my goodness, Claire. Yeah, Claire's got to be about 15 or 16 years old now. So maybe even 17 years ago now I started crocheting. I prefer crocheting over knitting just because it's faster. But knitting actually takes less yarn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I watched the video once. I don't unfortunately remember who it was by. It was so long ago. She made 2 bears. They were pretty much the exact same size. She used the same size hook compared to knit needle and the same amount of stitches around like the arms, the body, the head, so on and so forth. Same number of rows. And she had the same like size. Like, she literally weighed them on a kitchen scale to make sure both things of yarn were the exact same weight, which they were when she started. And she even weighed out the stuffing to make sure the stuffing was even. So the crocheted bear wasn't as tightly as stuffed because it was a bigger bear than the knitted one. Like there was a difference, like say like this in size. Like it was sitting, for example. I know it was bigger than that, but I'm just using that as an example. But then she weighed the yarn afterwards as well, and she had way more yarn left over from the knitted bear.
Wow.
So it uses less yarn, but it takes longer to do.
Yeah, knitting's something.
It's,
I'll tell you.
it's slow going, even if you're just doing a straight knit thing. Like even if you're just knitting back and forth, you're just doing a knitted scarf. It can be time consuming. Like I can knit and crochet. Hello. Like I can be watching TV or watching YouTube and knit and crochet, no problem. I do it all the time, especially at bingo. That's why I don't talk when I'm in bingo unless I'm hosting. But if I'm playing, I'm busy with my hands doing something. Like as long as I say hi at the beginning, you guys know I'm there, and then you guys don't hear from me until I win a bingo or till the end of the night. I congratulate everybody in the comments. Because I'm usually either working on crocheting or knitting. Like right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 projects on the go right now.
I don't know how many I get going at once anymore. I give up.
Well, I used to be the type of person that could only have 1, maybe 2 on the go at a time. And then I was getting in that rut there for a little while. This is before I started YouTubing. And I was starting to realize, I don't want to work on this. I don't want to work on that. And then I don't work on anything. So I thought, okay. And then I watched some YouTubers who have like 15 to 30 projects on the go. I'm like, you're freaking nuts. How the heck do you have time to work on all those projects? And I'm like, oh my goodness. So then I have what I call time sensitive projects if you guys haven't watched my channels. And those are ones I make specifically for make-alongs. Like I just finished, like I said, a hat and scarf, which is for 2 of my make-alongs. You know, entering 1 project for 2 giveaways. And then I've got my Stranger Things project I'm working on, but I gotta get more yarn for it, so it's on hold. But it's time sensitive. I have till like last day of summer, I think, to enter that. And then all my other projects, I have a set day for each. I'm like, normally my socks I don't work on till Saturday, but because the project I want it done for today for my finished object Fridays is already done. Then I have like my mosaic blanket I know you guys have seen in the past, and that's my heart blanket with the stripes, and it's on hold now because I ran out of white. And then Sunday's project is my head to toe winter knits projects, which is kind of an easy project. Thank goodness I finally got that white and lilac scarf done because that was time sensitive. Like it took.
You know which one is my favorite that you've made.
Which one?
The one with all, I can't remember what it's called now. You did it a few months ago. I'll have to go back and find the video.
Okay, you don't remember what exactly it was I made?
No, it was an Afghan.
It was an Afghan.
Yeah, it was a big one.
Oh, the green one, my Sophie's Universe.
Yes. Oh
Yes.
my God.
That
You got to show that. That is gorgeous, you guys.
Oh yeah, it was. Well, give me one moment here. I'm gonna.
Y'all see this.
You guys are gonna see me up close for a second because I gotta move the tray and I want to grab the book to show you guys. The blanket is in the other room. I'm not going to get the blanket, but I will show you guys the book. And I'm not kidding you guys. The pattern is a book. I won this in a giveaway on YouTube way back when. So
it's beautiful, you
there's
guys.
The example. Oh, now my color is going to alter on me because I'm taking up most of the screen. I'm sorry. It's now orange color. There is. Hold on a minute. I'll tell you in a minute how many rounds there are in this Afghan.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It was a fun one. There's 113 rounds. And It wasn't bad. Like, I'll try to show you each segment without showing too much of the pattern. Okay, so let's go to part 1. It took me thinking in around a year, Joe, to make.
It took a long time, but oh my God, it's
It
beautiful.
didn't take as long as some people I know who did it. I know one person, Erin, which is like my Yarny sister, as I call her. She had hers in timeout for almost 2 years. And I know why she put it in timeout, because I almost put mine in timeout for the same reason. Okay.
It's beautiful.
It was gorgeous. Now, I did mine with all my PayPal winnings. I bought all the yarn from Michael's with 40% coupon. Like I said, it's the only way I'll buy yarn. And bought the yarn that way. I got a Caron skinny cakes is what I made mine with. I literally had to buy 8 cakes for the last row, or the 8th cake was the last row, and I had to rip it out and do it as single crochets instead of doubles because I wasn't buying a 9th cake. And I'm trying to find a good picture here to show you guys, because it goes from a circle, which no problem. I do circle stuff all the time. Not a big deal. I understand and very well know how to read and understand that. I don't know how well these pictures here will show up, because I don't want to show much of the pattern. Okay, I'm going to try to show you guys this picture. If it doesn't show up the greatest, I do apologize. I will look for other ones. But it starts as circles. Then you get short rows and long rows. So 2 sides will be short, or 4 corners will be short, and the sides were long. Now, and this is classified as a mandala project, even though each row is different. But you normally, whatever you do on side A, you do the same on side B, side C, and side D. Problem with the short rows and long rows is, say you start at your first stitch as a double crochet in the second stitch from the corner, and that's how you start at that side. Then to end that side, you would think you do a double crochet in the second stitch before the corner. No, you skip the last 2 stitches and do a single in the last stitch before the corner, for example. And it was not, I guess you would say, asymmetrical on both ends of each side. And it took me till I think I was down to my last 15, if that, rounds, maybe last 10 rounds. And then all of a sudden I clued into why it was doing this. Because your short rows had to get longer and your long rows had to get shorter so it would go back into a square. And it took me a while to grasp that concept. But it
is gorgeous.
It is very gorgeous blanket. I love it. I'll try to show you guys these ones. This is showing you, I think, the last section.
My favorite.
It's not for sale, just so you guys know. This is my blanket. I am not getting rid of it just because of the amount of work that took to make this. Now, I can honestly tell you guys, the pattern technically calls for a worsted weight yarn. Here's another picture. It shows you really good of some of the examples. So yeah, this gives you guys ideas. And I do have videos on my channel showing off the blankets. Now, like I said, I did mine with a size 3 weight yarn. So it's classified as a DK for those who are not a Yarny familiar. It calls technically a worsted weight, which is a size heavier yarn, so a size 4. And technically, almost every row or round, they tell you to change colors. So if you're doing 113 rounds, now there are about 5 rounds there that near the end of the same color. So that'd be 108 times 2 is 216 ends. And that's if you didn't run out partway around one of the rounds in one of the colors. I was not sewing in 200 plus ends of yarn. Not happening. And I do apologize again about the color.
So much work.
Beautiful. I likes to do this when I hold something up close to the screen. So I'm gonna try and take my video off for a second and put it back up and see if that helps any.
Yeah. It is beautiful.
Yes, I definitely enjoyed it. Not sure how to.
Oh no, but we've been on here for 2 hours.
Oh my goodness.
I need to get off of here so I can get something
Yeah.
to eat. And don't forget, I'll be back at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, I'll be there at 8 then. No.
You'll be missing it. Brat.
Just before we go though, Edna, is Edna still here?
I don't know. She
Okay, well,
no,
if Miss Edna's here still, I know
She
in
might
her
have
bingo last night, and she's made this comment before, and I never clued in until Joe and I were talking last night. But Edna was saying that she is like, okay, it says I've got like this many people here, but I've only got this many people in my count. And she thought she had lurkers. 10-1, Edna, honey, you didn't. Some of us will play your videos or your lives, say, on my laptop, on my tablet, on my TV, all at the same time. So
Mhm.
technically
you
that
get
counts as
extra
3
view.
viewers, even though it's just me.
Yeah.
So definitely, any of you YouTubers out there, if your numbers don't match up to who's actually in the chat and what it says there is in the chat, ignore it. Some people will play you on multiple devices just to give you guys the extra watching time.
Yeah, because I try to get people on my laptop in here. Then I'll have them on my phone.
Yeah.
And also on my TV.
Same with like if we're playing 5 or 10 ball, sometimes 15, but more so 10 ball. I may have you guys on my laptop because my tablet's so out of date. I can't text, like do the chat part in the videos and lives, but I'll have my tablet in the kitchen with me, and I'll have it propped up against my convection oven while it's off and away from the kitchen sink. But that way I can glance at the my screen, and then when I know I'm down to 2 balls, I'll come then out to the living room real quick. So I'm here when I got to punch in bingo. So technically you got 2 viewers, but it's only me. So if Edna, you're still here, that's probably why your accounts aren't adding up, is you've got someone playing you on multiple devices.
Yep.
So, any of you that do stuff and you're wondering why your live numbers don't make sense, I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's why, or that could be one of the reasons why. Or you may have also, like we like to say, lurkers. So.
All right, we're going to get off of here. Thank y'all for coming in and hanging out and wasting part of your day with me.
I'm glad we could fill it with laughs. Okay, guys, I love you. See you all soon.
Yep. Stay safe, everybody.
Behave, Joe.
I want to have fun.
I know, right? Okay, I gotta go play some of my games on Facebook.